And we are back from the break. The party has discovered a non-trap trap on one of those spell books that has wrapped Solas in an amber field that has put him into suspended animation. So, after that's all done, if you were hungry before that, Solas, you're still hungry.
Technically, this is just Solas being too wrapped around with the book.
Quick question, Ald.
Yes.
If our spellcasters learnt that spell, if we had too many people on board the ship, could we use that spell on people so that they didn't need to eat?
They have to be willing to do that.
Yeah.
They have to be able to read it too.
Okay.
I just meant
it might be useful for keeping someone alive at some point.
Considering the cost of the spell ingredients, there's easier alternatives.
Yeah.
It's 100 gold pieces plus.
Yeah. It's not a cheap
spell.
spell.
How much food can you buy with 100 gold pieces? That's a lot of food.
A lot of food, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Leva looks at Wall of Force and thinks 100 gold pieces? That's cheap.
Mind you, like, if you have a lot of money and you have a lot of the spell ingredients for this spell, but you don't have access to food right now, but, I mean, you could put people into suspended animation, yeah.
We could just keep a box of trapped books. And any time we need to, we could just get someone to, here's a magic item that helps you read one of those books.
All right, but I think you guys would realize that you don't have any, unless you guys do, unless you can think of something that you have on hand that would get Solas out of this. You will probably be going to sleep and regaining spells while he is in that field.
Yeah.
I think Braxon's too busy checking the bilges to see if there's anything hidden under
Didn't someone have an oil of disenchantment?
Watch it be Solas.
Oh, yeah, that would be funny if it was Solas. I'm pretty sure someone has one. I think it was Leva. I'm not certain now. Because that might work.
Is Leva here?
Mm-hmm. She doesn't. Looking.
Okay.
Don't remember. But she did find. I did find the answer to your question, Lafdul. And she does have the medallion. She does have the amulet with her. She's actually wearing it.
So does anyone have anything that they want to try or anything like that?
I think on my Wand of Wonder there is a 1 in 50 chance of dispel magic or whatever it is. No, I'm not going to try that.
By the time we looked at all of our stuff, it's almost morning, so Leva prefers to go to bed and sleep. And getting her spells back next morning.
I genuinely don't have anything other than...
I do have Potion of Freedom, but that's too late to use it now.
That wouldn't work on you in that state, would it?
I don't think so.
Again, it's too late to use it, even if it worked.
Ring of Free Action might work. But
since I'm already in the force field.
Yeah, it's technically like... I was thinking if you could teleport him out, but the field would probably teleport with him.
I'm encased. I can't be moved.
If he's not dying, there's no problem.
Well, the issue is more that you're down his spells and stuff like that, and now you have another thing that you need to use Dispel Magic on, so...
Yeah.
It's only 1d4 plus level of the caster days that I'm in.
Actually, can I roll Spellcraft?
I did look. Guess who has it?
Solas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Is it on his being right now, or is it in... I'm asking, is it on his person right now, or is it in his room? Can we just grab his oil disenchantment?
I don't
wouldn't
think
know
that you
where it
would
was.
know which one it is necessarily. So if the person isn't there to say,
indicate.
yeah.
Can good people talk to him with ESP?
No, he is in suspended
No.
animation. Time is not passing for him effectively.
Okay, so there's no way we'd find it.
Nah.
You can't talk with ESP anyway. You can only
Oh.
listen to surface thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
there'll be no thoughts coming from him.
Then I guess we should try the dispel magic if we haven't already.
Well,
Question.
that'll have to be the next day.
Yeah.
Maybe that. Sorry, go on.
I want to know if Dispel Evil would work on this.
No.
It's not evil.
Yeah, but if it's a spell cast by an evil character.
Yeah, but the spell itself isn't evil.
I don't think that matters.
I think that Dispel Evil, it works more on like enchantments and charms. I'm not sure.
I have a suggestion before people go to sleep.
Sepia Sigil is not enchantment charm. Sorry, go ahead, Braxon.
Is it worth Braxon going through these other books to see if any of the other books do the same thing to Braxon?
Let's not trap more people in snake magic than
Well, considering that Braxton's not going to be able to make himself read magic anyway.
And he doesn't have the ring.
You can't read them anyway,
yeah.
Braxton.
I don't have my ring. It's
right.
stuck. No. Now I'm sad.
Oh yeah, you weren't sad before when one of your companions was trapped in a force field.
No.
Yeah, just the fact that Braxton's precious ring is there.
Look, okay, let's go rest, get the spells we need, and try to get them out.
Okay. Is there anything else
real
we
fast,
need to
I'm
do?
checking for Dispel Evil because that's probably going to depend, change what you would take, Lafdul?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second.
Because that's a guaranteed Dispel. But I would have to know if the person who put the spell was evil. It might just be like chaotic neutral like me.
An evil enchantment says a charm.
Yeah, it says an evil enchantment.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not enchantment charm. And it's not a similar type of thing.
Braxton's going to go and make a report to Alaru as what we found so far.
In the high-level campaign book edition, it's effective against evil enchantment charm spells and all forms of domination and possession.
Yeah. So it's the stuff that affects your actions and controls you and things like that, not just any spell cast upon you by an evil.
It also drives away extraplanar and summoned creatures if they're evil. So you could use it to like chase off demons and devils or something.
Yeah, Dispel Evil is a great way of just taking care of summoned creatures, especially those powerful ones.
And to save the fighter if they got dominated by a vampire.
Yep. So no, it's not going to work on a spell like this.
Alright, I'm just changing up my spells still.
Okay. Alright, so Braxton, you said you were going to report to Alaro?
Yeah, and the captain. Tell them what progress we've made so far, specifically saying about the doors that Braxton's taken off so they don't get seized up shut.
Okay.
So that like either we or they would have to dispel the magic to allow the doors to be reused, and also some of the stuff we found that's dangerous that we haven't sorted out yet. I suppose we'd hand the keys back to him for the night shift, just in case he wants to move into any of those rooms we've already made safe.
Right now, Alaro hasn't decided exactly what's going on. They want to get ships repaired as much as possible and as quickly as possible. He's handling like reorganization of command structures and stuff like that. So he's pretty busy. But they also want to, get moving pretty soon as well. You're not getting like a time frame, but you're definitely getting the impression that he wants to start handling things. Get things like part of it is just like get things off his plate so he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. So when you're ready,
I'll point out.
Yeah, he'll say that when you're ready, with the kind of hint, sooner rather than later, please. That he does want to go through the items that you've collected, so that you and he can determine what what is going to be part of your reward and what is not.
Yeah, I'll also go over the genie and say, would you like us to try to find a way to get the genie to serve you? Because it's looking like we need to find a way to send the genie back home at the moment.
Oh, as long as the genie issue is resolved, whether that means that he is serving me or whether he is dispelled back to his home, released from bondage, either way is preferable. I think I would prefer him to be released. It sounded like he has been held to this task for some time.
Yeah, we'll do that if we can. All right. Obviously, we need to have our spellcasters rest and get our other spellcaster out of the frozen trap.
Yes, that seems like a minor issue that has cropped up.
Yeah. I'm hoping we can get the rest of it done tomorrow.
I just still have an issue. If we cast a spell magic on Solas, would that dispel all the magic items on him?
Only if you did the AoE one, like targeting the sigil.
Okay. I don't want to accidentally,
we know.
Remove all of his magic stuff and then we have a sad Solas. And I said Braxon because the ring's broken.
No, so permanent magic items cannot be dispelled with Dispel Magic. Dispel Magic is not that powerful. You need, like, Mordenkainen's Disjunction for that.
Okay, good.
Potions and scrolls are basically, potion scrolls and things like the one-use dusts and things like that. That stuff can be permanently dispelled. But swords, armor, rings, wands, staves, none of that can be permanently dispelled. It can just be disabled for a short time. It's great in combat.
Books?
It's great in combat. Not books, no. And it would not wipe out spells written in a spellbook.
Question to the party. We would have had a meeting before we sleep. And we would be aware of this. It does affect what spells I might memorize. Would we have access to any of the bodies, i.e. speak with dead?
I think we could speak with dead.
No, because the Emperor might want to employ that with his own, It's not a right of us that we can do this.
Well,
he's not going to ask you to do that. And he is not going to ask you,
not to do that.
If someone's dead, his point of view is, they're dead. Moving on, kind of thing. If there is something that you want, some information that you want, then you can see about doing that. But that's going to be entirely on you. He's not going to have while you're here, while you've got the spirit.
If we can use those dead bodies to get the genie to go away, I think he'd be okay with that.
I can speak with dead, but I do not know if we've passed too much time at this point when the bodies have been disposed of.
No, you have not.
Then maybe we could ask the captain. I imagine he's one of the main people
This takes up my third level spells for Dispel Magic.
Just prepare one speak with dead if we could use it to talk with the captain, because I imagine they're one of the main people that is in charge of the genie.
Wasn't there two dead important people?
What did you use to get rid of the genie before? Wasn't it something? It wasn't.
Abjure is like a 4th level spell. I've taken one just in case we have to fight the genie. I might just get lucky and just have to abjure it. But
Or can you abjure it nicely?
If it's willing, I mean... a
So
willing
not
creature
sure
can
how
just...
that would work if he has been bound to protect an area.
Yeah, I mean, if he's still under contract, then he's not willing. If we fight
Okay,
him, then I can try to force it upon him, but then he will
Okay,
just
then-
be banished.
Then, if you do speak with dead, then you're going to be asking the captain and/or the other person.
Who else? There was two people that died, right?
Yeah.
It's multiple
you
people
can't
that died.
Potentially
There's
take
multiple
two of
people
those
that died.
spells.
No, officers.
Yeah.
The two officers that the genie listens to are dead. So maybe
Alright,
one
yeah,
of
so
those.
Two
maybe-
speak with deads.
Maybe
Well,
one of
okay,
those
but
knows
hold on,
how
hold
to
on,
get
hold on,
Genie
hold
to
on.
go.
What do you want to get out of speaking with them?
How to release a
Contract
genie.
obligations. Any command words for any items.
So you got three
And-
characters involved in this. Captain, quartermaster. It's obvious why they would have access to this stuff. And the ship's mage, who's not dead.
Who's... yeah.
And the ship mage was the one that made the contract.
You don't know that for sure, but
No.
process of elimination.
When you...
Like, quartermaster, would he have anything involved in doing that? He needs access to all the money because he's the quartermaster. Captain would have access to everything because he's the captain. Why would the ship's mage have anything to do with this unless he was involved in the magic?
Yeah, I would... what I was thinking. When a contract... I mean, it's fairly mundane. When you make a contract or any kind of magical thing, the people present that are going to be affected by it need to usually be present. So they would at least be aware of certain things, I assume.
But you're assuming.
Like, yeah, I'm assuming. I don't
Okay.
know. I can't ever know anything, in theory. I've
I mean,
only got two
it's
dispel
up to
magics,
you,
so-
but like think about what you might be able to get out of them and how much that would actually benefit you. Is that worth it? Worth more than a dispel magic?
Well,
Well, considering the
can't
other
Leva
classes never
and-
take Speak with Dead, yeah.
can't Leva and Salem Mordor also prepare? Right,
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying
Finnel
what
and
I'm...
Leva. Can they prepare dispel magics and that allow you to get one other spell for practical use?
What? I don't have the foggiest what you're talking about.
No, I was saying, you two can have the spell magics so that Lafdul doesn't have to prepare all third level spells for the spell magic. You could have one left over for Speak with Dead.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've got 2 Speak with Deads, 1 Memory Read, and 2 Dispel Magic. So, you know, that's just how that goes.
You do
Okay.
remember our track record with the Dispel Magic so far, right?
Yeah, well, I'm taking 2.
Lafdul.
Maybe
It's
maybe
perfect. It's perfect. Let's put the gambling up.
Lafdul.
we have rerolls for a reason, people.
Lafdul, if you want to do Speak with Dead to talk to people about getting command words, we could always take the body with us. And
I just
No,
need
you
a
cannot
portion
take the bodies
of-
with you.
You take a portion of the body. It doesn't have to be the entire corpse.
I don't think they would be okay with us dismembering a body.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
plus, Old's been rather strict with the whole, if you're going to speak with Dead, you need to do it soon. So,
Well,
this
and-
is soon.
and
This
my-
is like the
my-
day after.
My big thing is that you can't take, like, you need the bulk of the body to speak with dead. You don't need the whole body, but that is because, like, if you come across a body that a carnivore has gone at, and the bones are disassociated, and all you have is like a couple ribs and a skull, you don't have to go searching for everything else to cast Speak with Dead. You can just cast Speak with Dead right there. But you cannot come across a body and say, oh, I'll just cut off a finger and leave the body, and then we'll Speak with Dead later. No, you need the bulk of what you can reasonably get access to cast Speak with Dead. That's the intention behind that. So that's
Wasn't
my
I
enforcement
just
on that.
doing the heads last time?
I'm
not doing it now. I'm
right, I
just
know.
trying to remember.
What I'm trying to explain is because I find it incredibly morbid and gamey to do it that way. So if you want
And
to
more-
speak with dead, you need the bulk portion of a body to cast it on,
Yeah.
kind of thing, within
I'd
reason.
Most
why-
people,
But there's
most
no
people would,
take a piece of it for later kind of thing.
Is it
most,
That's
possible?
why-
most people would find disfiguring a body quite objectionable without extremely good reason.
Yeah, that's why I was
Is it-
saying we take the whole body and bury it.
Is it possible to cast Speak with Dead on a body that doesn't have a head? Because I know in later editions, if the body's missing the head or the jaw is broken, you can't Speak with Dead with it.
Yeah, because
Yeah, they made it more.
you're basically summoning the spirit. You can absolutely do it without the head. But
Anything.
the point
I
is
think-
that you can't take a portion of the body to cast Speak with Dead later and give someone else a portion kind of thing. It doesn't
I got you.
like again, like if you come across a body and it's been beheaded and you can't find the head, you can still cast Speak with Dead. Like
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
this is the intention that I believe is behind that spell.
Yeah.
But
think it was good for
taking a
Solas, so that-
portion of it is really morbid, and I think it's outside of what they intended.
Yeah.
I think the question is, and it's a question for Zaka to ask himself, do you need to ask the dead people this stuff now, or are you better off taking more dispels?
Right.
I don't need to take them right now, but it depends on whether or not these bodies are being thrown overboard or
They're not going to be
being
thrown
put in.
overboard. They're
You know what I mean,
they're either going to
disposed
be
of.
right. But they're not going to be disposed of. They're going to be buried in accordance with proper Talongram procedure. They're going to be handled in the proper, respectful
Okay.
Talongram procedure.
Knowing that I usually have a Speak with Dead, I would have tried to figure out how long it would take before their bodies would be.
If you want to
beyond
go
my
another day,
reach.
that's fine.
Alright. Then I will take 2 Dispel Magic instead. I have 4 now, so.
Okay.
I took 1 memory read, so I don't know if I get the opportunity for that.
All right. Has everyone gotten their spells taken care of?
I
More
have.
than
Yeah.
Well, Solas, you have gotten your spells taken care of.
A suggestion for
Yep.
Leva. I would have brought this up. Because you know how your detect invisibility sometimes shows like command words, as we recently learnt on items or like on like sealed containers, like the what do you call it? Like my ever smoking bottle. When you had detect invisibility up, you could see the command word for it. There might be
Which is good.
something that might be something worth taking. So I'm basically suggesting a course for her. I mean, I did have True Sight memorized, but True
It's a
Seeing.
little more expensive.
Yeah, and it's like frigid good, and I was hesitant about casting it. I was like, yeah.
yeah, she could do that. Let me see how long does that last?
Five rounds per level. It's pretty good.
Old would.
Yep.
If I were victim of a trap that I set off, would I get the defense from Chaos Ward? Because would it be targeting me,
Yes.
the
Well,
one who broke the trap?
depends on the nature of the thing,
Alright.
but in some cases, yes.
Alright.
If it was a direct effect towards you or area of effect, basically.
No, it was just a thought. I think
I would think.
And-
I would think spells like Blur might have similar chance of giving the bonus.
I don't really have anything that improves my saving throws other than Chaos Ward and Bless. Actually, no, emotion control, but old road that I can. Actually, am I always affected by my own emotion control? It's other people that are not now.
I would need to go look at it again.
Because even a willing target still has to fail the saving throw. But
Yeah, I think you still
would
need to fail your saving throw.
Yeah, but I'm always subject to my own magic.
It's a special case because it's harder to, like, it's just innate. Like, you're trying to change how someone is acting, and even on yourself. Like, it's just your subconscious, your unconscious mind is just resistant to that. Hence the saving throw. Even for willing people. Normally, you can voluntarily fail saving throws too. If someone is like, "Here, let me cast this spell on you. It's healing," and then they cast like Vampiric Touch on you, or something else that may not actually require a saving throw. I'm not sure. Something else that's touch based that requires a saving throw. Like, if they lie to you about what they're about to cast on you, then you're voluntarily failing a saving throw, kind of thing, because you're expecting something good coming your way. But with this spell, it doesn't matter because your unconscious and subconscious mind are like resistant to it because you're trying to change it, even if it's for good. So yeah, you would still need to fail saving throw against that. Okay, everyone got their spells?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I got my spells.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Brax is not changing his spells.
Okay, Lafdul?
I just realised I was muted.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, Lafdul's. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm changing one last spell.
Okay.
Did Ockar use any spells?
No. I generally don't really cast spells unless I need to. So I haven't updated my spell list in a very long time because I just don't cast spells.
You just have Cure Light
I have
Wounds.
Cure Light Wounds and Command Prepared. Those are the two spells I generally have prepared unless I have a reason I need to change.
Command? Can you ask the genie to go home with command?
No.
It's a one-word command, and
it's a
doesn't work that way.
command, and
that's why I thought about taking Dictator with inverted ethics.
It's also probably has enough hit dice that it doesn't work automatically, and two, it will probably see me trying to command it that way as a hostile threat.
Also, you can't command, like, if someone is tied up, you can't command them to run. They can't do it.
Yeah.
You know?
And if he can't leave, and
Yeah,
if he has to guard the treasure, then I can't just command him to leave.
Right. And, like, it doesn't work against something that's preventing them from doing it. Like, you can't, someone who's in a web, you can't command them to move, you know, kind of thing. So, all right. So, what do you guys want to work on first?
Well, we gotta get Solas free, right?
Yep, let's go and get Solas free, so he can go to sleep and learn a few spells. Memorize a few spells.
As far as he's concerned, it's the same day. He hasn't even spent any of the day reading the book.
He's still gotta read it.
Okay, who's going first?
Sure, I'll try my luck.
Reroll?
No. I want to save rerolls for item saving throws. Spell magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, people can use their rerolls for whatever they want to use them for. That's why they're there.
I know, but I'm You should have used the reroll. I told you so.
No. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily work. So it's.
That's a perfect start.
I like to say that I told you so.
I really enjoy our luck in dispelling magic.
I still think we should open a gambling hall.
I will try again. This is my second dispel magic.
Okay.
Okay. Not
14th.
bad.
12th level. Yeah, but this is a high level wizard.
Let me see.
He might be around our level.
Yeah, Lever's level 12 as well, so it's like that's a pretty high level for a wizard.
Didn't work.
Oh, he's higher than 12th level.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lever goes next.
Okay.
She takes a reroll. She takes a reroll.
All right. Do you want to use the reroll on your level variation or on your dispel magic?
On the actual dispel magic.
Okay.
Because if it's a high roll in dispel magic, it's better than having the level variation.
That's fair. That's fair.
A 1 is a 1, you know,
Yep.
where the level variation is 17
Yeah.
of 9.
Well, that's why I wanted to give you the option, though. So you had
Yes,
that
no.
choice. All right. Give me a second. And a level -4.
See? What's that? 12, 8.
Level -4.
Yeah, but if she gets like a 20 or more.
Yeah.
Like a 20. Just imagine a 2 in front of that.
Remember, you have to roll again.
Another one.
No, you use the reroll, so you get to roll
right,
again.
Yeah.
Well, not much better. But Leva has 2 more. She's going to use. Doesn't anyone else have dispel magic now? Just to change.
Finn should.
I have 2 left.
Finn has 2.
Would you mind using one of them?
Yeah, and I will use a reroll as well.
Hey, there we go.
Done.
All right.
That high enough?
Yep, that is high enough. So,
if he was a 20th level spellcaster, I would have left.
well, he could have been 17. But Finn, so you intone the words of dispel magic, and the glittering amber field wrapping around Solas vanishes, and Solas continues his reaction from this serpent striking him that has already vanished, and he's looking around, and like Finn has just appeared in front of him, Lafdul has just appeared in front of him. So Solas, you're a bit startled by the sudden appearance of everyone else, because before it was just Leva with you.
Ah, you read
What's
a book.
going on?
You read a book that Lafdul once read that triggered a trap that wasn't a trap.
Oh, it must have been really
remember?
a book that grabs your attention.
Yeah. Oh, he's got his. He should have been punished.
So you would be aware. I don't know if you have the spell or not, but you would at least be aware of the existence of Sepia Snake Sigil.
Well, we had it in a book, didn't we? From the book that trapped me.
I
I think that was a spell book, though, and he wasn't, and Solas wasn't with the party at that point.
Oh God, that was a long time ago then.
So, Solas, you would at least know that now this spellbook is safe from another Sepia Snake Sigil attack. Whether there's other spells on it, you don't know.
Well, time to continue reading.
Why don't you give it to Braxon? Oh no, Braxon can't read.
It's a spellbook.
It's a spellbook.
Can't read magic.
Oh, actually, is your read magic? Oh, I was gonna say your read magic's still up, but
read magic
I
would have
was
expired.
suspended.
Yes, you were suspended, but your read magic wasn't.
But would I need to cast it again since I already cast it on this book?
Yes, because you didn't really get far enough into it to. You basically need to peruse it. You don't need to actually read everything because it's also magic. But yes, that.
Does he have enough read magic prepared?
No.
Then you probably should go to sleep while we handle things.
it's the same day for him.
Well, it's not like I can go just asleep immediately. It was still somewhat early when I started.
No, it was fairly late in the day. You could go to sleep now if you wanted.
There's
if I can, then I will.
There's that blanket of that Ockar normally uses. Cheers with Braxon.
Yeah, I'll give him the blanket so that he'll sleep faster.
Okay.
Well, not sleep faster, but I need to sleep less.
Yeah, but he's.
Finn has
Isn't
another
there
solution for that.
Oh, what's that, Finn?
Finn did memorize a nap spell for Solas just in case.
Oh.
What'd that do?
Oh.
Allows you to
Nice.
like in an hour.
Yeah, basically it gives him a full 8 hours of sleep in 1 hour.
Oh, then that sounds good.
Solas takes a power nap.
Okay. So, Solas, you'll be able to change up your spells while the rest of the party goes to work on some other things. So what do you guys want to do next?
Did we do Speak Undead on the captain? See if he knows how to free the genie?
Because I took more to spell magics because I was told I had more time.
So you don't have any Speak with Dads?
Nope. I took 4 to spell magics because we argued against taking Speak with Dead.
Okay, then let's go deal with the Glyph of Warding since we know that's an issue.
Which one?
Sound
There's
good?
2.
Well,
Where's the other one? I only know about the one with the
one in the
with the money.
cabinet, one
it might not be Glyph of Warding. It might also be fire trap or something else.
Oh, then let's go deal with the cabinet then.
Yeah.
Well, I can try to dispel the cabinet.
You're still sleeping.
You're preparing
you're
spells and
okay.
sleeping.
Lafdul will try dispelling the cabinet, but I will also have to memorize a. I do not have find traps because that's normally Solas' job. I have.
You know that there's a trap
though.
there. You know that there's a trap there.
Yeah, with detect magic, would I be able to distinguish the 2 different magics?
Not
lock.
really, no.
Solas would have pointed exactly where the trap was.
But you know that there's a magical trap. I'm okay with you trying to dispel just that.
Yeah, you just don't know if it worked. That's the problem.
That's
Okay,
true.
good luck.
That's true.
Who still has dispel magics?
I mean, if you do the area of effect dispel magic, you could make some reasonable conclusions, though.
Yeah, Leva will do that.
What?
She doesn't see anything magical around her at the moment where she stands.
Where are you? There's magical stuff in the cabinets.
We're trying to dispel the trap in the cabinet, not anything else on the cabinet. There are magical things in there, we determined.
No.
We're trying.
Well, here's the question, Old.
Yeah?
I might have taken Find Traps. The only reason I didn't take it was because I normally, if there's other party members to take the spell, then I will not take it because Erevan doesn't like me relying on it.
But you've already taken your spells.
Alright, yeah, I know. I was just saying, but I didn't think of this because...
then you didn't think of it.
It's too late.
It's too late,
yeah. I mean, you knew Solas was trapped, and you knew that you guys would have to rest before you'd be able to.
To be fair, I was looking at all the other spells like Fort Capture.
I understand. I understand that,
doesn't
but
matter.
it's still a case of you choose the spells that your character takes, and
it doesn't matter. Let's deal with what's happening.
All right, so Leva, you're gonna cast the area of effect dispel magic.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what?
What level?
I'm rolling that right now.
I think it's a high level. We'll dispel that. It's more likely as you're going to spoil everything else in there.
We're using up all our we are using up all our initiative rolls now.
All right, let's see. That is okay. Go ahead and roll dispel magic level -1.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Uld happily dispels lots of scrolls.
So, good news.
It's still locked, so you can't open it.
Well, the better news is that spell affects random target within 60 feet of the caster. Wild Surge. So you cast your spell, but you can tell that it goes off at a place not where you intended. And because the only targets within 60 feet of you that you'd be able to actually see are all of your companions,
Except me.
I mean,
except for Solas.
Lafdul does routinely go away from lava every time she casts a spell.
But you're probably not 60 feet away. You might be out of sight.
No, yeah.
But it doesn't matter because it would be the area of effect affecting basically everything within 30 feet. However, with a dispel roll of 5 or lower, there's basically nothing that you guys have that would be dispelled. That's the good news.
What's the bad news?
Well, the bad news is that it didn't affect the stuff that you wanted, and it would have been too low
Well,
level
that's-
anyway.
Just
That's
imagine
almost,
if
that's
that
almost
was...
expected these days with our rolls. I said we're using up all our initiative rolls, you know.
Mm.
You know what? Lafdul's going to try a different method. He goes right up to the cabinet. He uses thought capture. You never know. I might get a command word for opening the cabinet.
Or you think there's a command word for opening it?
Yeah, they're all sealed with a command word, but you might think a word, you know, because it's just something that's often repeated. You never know.
Okay,
Well,
so
Leva
you do
has-
not pick up a command word. You
Anything useful, though?
pick up some fairly incomprehensible thoughts about magical research for spells that you have no access to because they're wizard spells.
All right.
However, if you would you be mentioning this afterwards to
Yeah.
Leva?
I'd be monologuing this out, I guess.
Okay. Leva would be able to say something along the lines of, I don't need to use a command word to open a wizard locked door. Perhaps. That's up to you. That's up to Leva, but that would be something that you could share.
She probably would say something like that, yes.
That's the difference between
Oh.
priest lock and wizard lock.
Yeah, priest one requires a command word.
Because more people can use it. Wizard lock is just for the wizard.
So is it actually trapped?
Probably.
Or
if
is
it's
it just
still
locked? It's just locked.
You know that one of those magical traps has not been dispelled yet.
Yeah, because the thing's still locked if you did the AoE one.
So she comes in. She has one more dispel magic, you know.
Lafdul's trying to take cover somewhere.
Come, Lafdul, come. Just don't talk to me.
Lafdul locks the door. Not the door you're in.
Wasn't that the door we took off?
Yeah, the
Probably.
door that doesn't exist.
So, one more dispel magic, and this time with a reroll. Just
Reroll
because.
on the level variation or reroll on the dispel?
Dispel.
Okay. Are you... you're doing the area of effect dispel, correct?
No, this time if it's just one trap left, then she's not doing area. She's just going for the trap.
Okay.
Oh, someone gifted me a thing. I only just looked, sorry.
Okay, that is going to be... level +2.
Oh. Well, a 1 is still a 1. Not bad.
Okay, roll the second one as well.
I mean, it's one better.
Both of those would have worked.
Okay. I figured, I mean, that's what rerolls for, right? That the original works.
Okay.
So,
All those items are now rolled and spelled at 15th level or 16th
Well,
level.
that would have targeted this spell.
Yeah, but
No.
that just affected the trap. That didn't affect anything else.
Oh, you targeted the trap.
She said she was just targeting.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
This time
targeted.
she was targeting, and she's used up all 4 of her dispel magics that she memorized.
Yeah, it
Two-
worked out pretty well.
No,
I've
she
still
doesn't
got-
think so. Two on Solas, and 2 here. No, Leva doesn't really think so. Didn't work
Yep.
out.
With our odds, it worked out great.
The scales are balanced, you would say, eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Very
so
balanced.
what do you want to do next?
Are we knocking this open? Or...
Yeah, she has several knocks. Let's knock.
I'll have to leave the room again.
All right.
You know, Lafdul, if
I've seen your magic go right. I know how.
I'll stay and appreciate Leva's magical work.
As his spear disappears into a non-magical item.
All right.
I don't have any of my gear with me while we're searching.
And his armor's already
Yeah.
destroyed, so, you know, it's like...
I mean, why would these people be afraid of a wild mage? There's nothing to be afraid of. She's small. She doesn't hurt anyone.
All right,
I've
so
seen
that
holes
cabinet
appear out
door
of-
does pop open.
Okay. So she opens her mouth and says, Lafdul, come back.
Afterwards, like poking his head around the corners, looking as like, expecting a spell
did
to go
it.
his way.
It worked like it usually does, except when bad luck happens.
Yeah, when Lafdul talks, when she casts and stuff like that, you know.
That's why I stopped talking.
I think Lafdul's like the entropy here for your magic.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I just wait until I get entropy shield. That'd be great fun.
All right, so that cabinet is open. What do you want to do?
Search
Since
it?
he just... Yeah.
All right. That one also contains more books like the other three. More jars and containers of spell components as well. But
Do
again,
any of you-
the books are in Elvish and Talengran, so you would need some studying to determine exactly what they are.
I just skim read the labels, the Elvish ones. They just spell research.
Yeah.
At a glance.
Yeah.
Right.
Do any of you guys have detect
Nothing.
magic?
Yeah, Leva can cast one. She casts one.
Okay,
Lafdul did not get time to leave the room this time.
so all right, Leva.
Lafdul's like, wait, Leva, no,
You
Yeah.
you can tell that there are 3 books that are magical. One of them is 2 of them are very similar, and the third one, and you would recognize based on what Solas was holding, is that these 2 are another pair of spell books.
Okay.
And the third one is a large book with brass covers, incised with circles and swirls. There's no writing on the cover.
Can we assume that you'll give the descriptions,
Mhm.
etc., to us afterwards?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's maybe that brass one. Let's put it on the thing back on the ship that identifies magic items if that still works.
Well, it's not ours to claim yet.
Oh, I know it's not ours to claim, but it would be good to identify it so we can know how to divvy it up.
You could do that when you're ready to divvy up.
When you say...
I'm
Like,
just saying,
you are not
let's
going to have
read it until
right.
we know what it is.
But the big thing is like you guys are not going to have time to like go through and identify like with identify spells, all of the items. You may have time to identify a couple, but it is not the kind of thing where you are going to be able to like know for sure exactly what everything is when you start divvying up. So a lot of it's going to be guesswork.
Well, I think
Do we even have enough? Do we even have enough pearls to be able to identify things?
That's up to you.
Well, I think the book should be on the identify list if we're identifying anything, because it could be something really interesting.
The wizard's
And
always
we
gonna
know
want the
from
spell
experience, if we go reading unknown books, it can either lead to disaster or us wasting something really good.
Hmm.
What you say
To be
about the
fair,
card,
to be
like-
fair, Braxon read a book that he knew exactly what it did. He just didn't know exactly what it did.
That's different. Stop it.
Leva is still
Wow.
reading a book that she picked up, and it's good.
That book with swirls on it.
Mhm.
Is it indicative of any? What is the most thing that it sticks out about that book?
I mean, the fact that it's a large book with brass covers is in and of itself pretty unique.
Swirls is in whirlpools or tornadoes?
Circular designs.
Oh, artistic,
Yeah.
not depictive of, our water friend.
Well, like I said, I think it should be on the identify list.
I have a list of all the things that you will likely have picked up, and I will be putting that into a handout, and that is how we are going to
Okay.
pick things. So when we're
That's
ready to
good.
do that, we'll get to that. And if you want to identify a handful of the items, then we can do that and put that right in there. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that when
we'll put the book in the
that.
file and let's keep looking. Next, we want to do. What do
still
we
got
want
one
to do
room
next?
we
Do we want to
didn't
deal with
clear.
the glyph of warding, or do we
Yeah,
want to?
the
Okay.
genie room.
Haven't
Okay.
we got one room at the back that hasn't been cleared?
Yeah, that's the now captain's room.
Yeah.
He's got keys to that. He's
He's
under
got
the
keys to that. You're
command.
not allowed in. Basically, it's his personal quarters.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's the captain's room, so.
Oh, fair enough. I thought that was one we hadn't got into.
Right, because you haven't been allowed into. You don't have the
fair
keys
enough.
for it, and the guy is now the captain of the ship.
Yep. Fine.
Okay. So you guys want to head to the head back to the Marid's chamber?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, how many people are walking around the ship as we're doing this?
Quite a few, because they're
Yeah,
doing repairs on the ship at this time. So it is quite busy. Not necessarily inside the passageways, and certainly not back in the area with the officers' quarters. But this part here is pretty busy because you're right next to the like sail storage and carpenter's chamber.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're back here.
I think
The
they'd
Marid
be,
greets you and says, "Just to reconfirm, you're not here to steal anything, correct?"
We're not here to steal anything.
No.
Welcome. Now, would you like to hear about the Citadel of 10,000 Pearls? It is a truly magnificent place, unlike anything you will see anywhere else. I have many stories to tell about it.
You know what? While they're doing their work, you can tell me about the Citadel. I'd love to hear it.
Okay.
So I will talk with him about the Citadel while they hail the trap.
All right. So what do you guys... who wants to do something?
Lafdul will say, if I have your permission, may I dispel the trap so we can account without causing further damage, by me passing egress, triggering the trap.
I have not been instructed in anything regarding the trap, so do what you will.
And I think we've proven to you that we don't want to steal anything by counting and putting aside everything we found.
One thing that he would have required you to do is put it back before you left before.
Which we did.
Put it back.
So, I meant to say that, and I think I got distracted by other things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Lafdul, you were going to...
Try and dispel the trap. I know it's around... I'll cast Detect Magic to try and pinpoint where it is.
Okay.
And I will attempt to dispel.
Are you using a reroll?
No.
Okay.
Lafdul's 9. Wow, these ones.
All right, that has not
more?
been dispelled.
I'll try my last dispel.
Okay.
Reroll?
Still not. No.
I already asked him if he wanted to use one. And with that spell is no longer there. You can tell that the dispel worked on that.
All right, there's no more magic.
Nice.
Is it closed? Is it locked, or is it just? Can you open it?
It was just triggering on egress, so I can now go in there without triggering it.
And
Okay.
he was able to open it earlier and look inside, remember?
Yep.
Yeah, so now I will go in and, I guess, count or search or look, obviously, with the genie seeing what I'm doing.
Yep. All right, so there are 4 more coffers in there. You would have keys to open this if you want to try them.
Yeah.
Ask
Okay.
if those coffers are also part of the genies.
Yes, it is.
I
He is.
guess.
If you like, again, like if you're like, can I'm not stealing anything. I just want to see what's inside. You know, that kind of thing.
I do wonder if my god's
that how
like
you're saying
goading me on. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you begin to open them. He is watching you carefully while he is regaling Ockar with tales of the Citadel of 10,000 Pearls, which Ockar, from his description, sounds like an incredibly beautiful place. Glittering gems and pearls and ice surrounded by infinite water of the clearest, most brilliant blue kind of thing. Lafdul, you find in the first coffer sacks of coins and a pretty considerable number of them. Like in the multiple thousands, you would estimate. The second one contains a much smaller number of coins, again in sacks. And with your detect magic, you notice underneath those sacks there's a strange object. It's a glass cylinder with globe-like portions, and there's a thinner angled tube projecting at an upward angle. And it's all inlaid with silver wire and a silver lid. And that is radiating magic. Let me see what you see. What level are you?
No.
Is that like a musical instrument?
No, it's most definitely not a musical instrument. That is radiating summoning magic.
Hang on.
Give me an intelligence. Sorry, give me an intelligence check.
Can you describe the object again?
Sure.
Yeah, I was trying to wrap my head. I failed by 2.
Okay. It's a glass cylinder with globe-like portions, and from one of those globes is an angled tube coming off of it. It has a silver lid on the top of the straight part. It has a silver stand. So it stands straight up and down with, you know, but rather than a straight tube, portions of it form globes, like 2 globes. And then out of one of those globes is another cylinder that is open.
Did he show it to the rest of us?
Yeah, now Lafdul's going through this and he's like,
I'm pretty sure it would hold liquid.
Yeah, this is a strange object. I guess I would
and you do not recognize it.
Yeah, I show the rest of the party. I say it's magic or whatever it is. I'll see if I have a spell that might help me figure out what this item is. Lafdul's feigning this, clearly. I'm casting Mind Read.
Mind Read on the...
It doesn't have to be on anyone particular. I just cast a spell, and then I can choose who I want to Mind Read.
All right, but
I'm trying to see if the genie recognizes it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me take a look at the spell.
If the rest of us can see it, are we allowed to do intelligence checks?
Yes, at half your scores.
I'll give it a shot with a reroll and see if I get a 5 or less.
I mean, if you want to use a reroll on it, sure.
No.
Nope. Let me mark off that reroll. Hold on a second.
Leva, do you want to try to do the intelligence check?
Solas is still not there, so.
Mm-hmm.
Which check?
Intelligence to identify to see if you can figure out what the item that Lafdul's holding is. Do you get half her score?
She can try it.
It's up to you. It's just determine what the item actually is. All right, so Mind Read, the level 2 spell, correct?
Yeah, to see if he recognizes it or thinks about it. he may not say under obligation not to mention it, but he might think about it.
That's gotta be it, Chief.
All right. So Lafdul, yeah, you can pick up that he recognizes it, but you don't get any like actual detailed thoughts.
So,
Leva, that's a water pipe.
okay.
Similar
she
to a
passes
hookah.
that on.
Similar to a hookah.
Hookah.
Oh,
Okay.
one of those. Oh, fun times.
They were not. Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised Lafdul hasn't.
Wait, a water pipe. Isn't this? And he talks about worse of. Do you think this is connected to him?
Don't know.
Lafdul has definitely not revealed what he learned from his spell yet.
Yeah, Lafdul says, well, that didn't work out very well. Lafdul says with a spell. I was seeing if I could discern its alignment. Lafdul's clearly lying. The party might recognize it, but why would you do that, Lafdul? Obviously, he's done something else. Been around Lafdul to know he's obviously tried to cover up for himself.
All right. So do you want to look in the other two chests?
Yeah.
Okay. The third chest contains assorted gems in small sacks. And the fourth one contains assorted jewelry, as well as 3 wrapped statuettes wrapped in velvet. None of that's detecting as magical. None of the gems or jewelry are detecting as magical.
Interested in looking at the statuettes, because Lafdul likes carving statuettes now, recently.
Okay.
Can I try to rub the hookah?
There's not enough space. Lafdul's in there, and you're kind of wrapped up in a conversation with the genie.
Okay.
Question: why would you want to rub a hookah?
It's a water pipe.
Because
it's not a hookah.
Yeah,
It's a water pipe.
why would you want to rub it?
Because my thought process is, what if it's like the genie's lamp?
But it's a pipe. It has two exits and at least 2, if not 3.
It could work. I just want to attempt it when I get a chance.
All right, so Lafdul, the statues, you realize that they're all pure white marble, and they're a trio of matched statues, like they're meant to be as a set. And the first one depicts a dancing nymph wearing a diaphanous gown with hair made of gold and small faceted emeralds for eyes. The second statue is a unicorn of pure white marble with a horn of gold and small faceted aquamarines for eyes. And the third one is a satyr with 2 shades of brown marble, playing panpipes of gold with copper hair and small faceted topaz eyes.
This isn't anything related to my religion, is it? These are elven.
Nothing that you recognize.
Well, the unicorn might, but...
Are unicorns exclusively elven?
No, but these are, like, he recognizes elven artistic techniques. These are all made by elves, probably the same sculptor, and they're all meant to be displayed together.
Do they have like a signature on it or anything? You know, an artist's mark.
On the base, there is a symbol that you would recognize as an artist's mark, but you don't recognize it. You've never seen the artist before.
No, but I'm always curious to know who's potentially in my competition. Lafdul will eventually be like a world-renowned sculptor. Lafdul obviously studies this far more longer than he should because he's looking for inspiration in how it's done.
So the genie will break off his description of the Citadel of 10,000 Pearls and speak to you, Lafdul. And he says, I think that I'm detecting some covetousness. You best put that back before I think that you might be thinking of taking them.
I'm not taking them, but I am jealous. I carve my own statues. I'm looking to see how they're made, so see if I can make my own such statues. I will leave them here. I will bring back my own statues to prove that I am a statue carver of my own.
As long as you are not interested in stealing them, I am unconcerned.
I'll come back with my statues, because I'll show you the statues I've been carving in the party members.
They're mundane and...
No, but you can see why I was looking at them.
Yes, but they don't hold a candle to the wondrous carvings made by my kind. He'll then launch into a bit of a description of some statuary back at the Citadel of 10,000 Pearls. He's also eyeing you very carefully, Lafdul.
I have a question.
For the Mard?
For the genie.
Yeah?
I'm going to ask him, do you know what that hookah is?
You don't recognize what it is.
Well, I imagine that didn't Levitt say it was a hookah?
No, I was describing it as similar to that. It's not a hookah. But it has a similar function.
Then I'll ask him, do you know what that strange pipe thing is?
Water pipe.
It is of no consequence. And he'll continue his description of the wondrous statuary of the Citadel.
Like anything from mind read?
I told you what you got from mind read.
He's not thinking anymore when Ockar questioned him about it.
No.
Leo asks, so you wouldn't mind if we had a pipe here? If we smoked a pipe here?
Wow, isn't that rude? I don't know.
I don't think that you should be using any of the objects here in that manner.
That's probably a warning.
Now, just on a thought process here, you're tasked with guarding the payroll, correct?
Indeed.
Well, obviously they wouldn't be using this pipe to pay someone, now would they?
That is quite true.
Then I guess it could be said that the pipe is not part of the payroll.
Indeed, it could be.
Would we be allowed to take the pipe?
I have not been given any specific instructions regarding that.
Then I will take the pipe then.
Well, Lafdul's the one in the room.
Lafdul, take the pipe then.
I guess.
Alright, what are you going to do with the pipe?
Pass it to Ockar, I guess.
And I will take you out of the room.
I have my read up, so if I suddenly sense that he's going to do something, then I would try and hold Ockar from leaving the room.
He says to you, Ockar, after Lafdul passes it to you, he says, maybe you should look inside it before you leave.
Okay, I'll open it and look inside.
Am I getting anything from mind read? What he's thinking? Is there any deviousness behind his intent?
There is absolute deviousness, but you're also picking up the thought process. Finally. So Ockar, you open it up, and
I might try and stop Ockar.
I'm gonna do it.
He's already doing it. It's too late.
All
right. Like the thought comes as soon as he opens it, kind of thing. The genie swirls into mist and disappears into the pipe, and then swirls back out as mist and reforms, and he bows as best he can, being an incredibly tall figure, much too big for this chamber. So he's still in his like cross-legged pose, and he bows to you, Ockar, and says, "Master, what is it that you desire?"
Lafdul just laughs.
Yeah, there are two.
Oh, I'm your master now?
If you so wish it, you of course have the opportunity, the choice of releasing me back to my wonderful home at the Citadel of 10,000 Pearls, a truly marvelous location that I would be more than happy to give you a tour of if you ever come visit.
Leva asks it, so you're not looking after the payroll anymore, right?
I am no longer looking after the payroll.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, do you think I could... I need to discuss this with my friends, but do you think you can wait inside the pipe for now?
With a swooshing sound, he returns to mist and returns to that. And as that happens, the lid slams closed.
Okay, so we have a genie now. Our second genie, I
Yes,
think.
kind of not ours though. I mean, yes, you might have bound yourself to it, but I think anyone can bind themselves to it if they look in the pipe.
True. I'm thinking we should discuss this with Alro.
I think you need to be very, very careful if you're going to make a wish.
I have an
No.
idea for a wish. I was going to see if I could wish for the knowledge of the location of a holy sword to be given to me, so I could track one down myself. I claimed holy
Okay.
sword, so I don't have to steal from another paladin. So that was my idea. I was thinking we could talk to Alro and figure out if we can have the wish, or if he wants the wish, or how we want to do this. But either way, I intend to release this guy once we're done with him.
Yeah.
Mm.
What do you think?
Sounds good. You have to be very careful with your wording.
And that would be part, putting it straight, if you claimed that, that would be part of our treasure as a group that you
True.
would claim.
Maybe. Although Alauro told us.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
to
saying.
to deal with the genie. Right.
It
So
would
this
definitely
counts-
count as a claimed treasure, and this would be the
Yeah.
first choice. So this is probably a good time to describe how I envisioned handling it. Is that you guys would go in order, and it would be one of you, Alaro, one of you, Alaro, one of you, Alaro, choosing items from the lists.
Yeah.
Well, I think the obvious first choice would be the genie.
Well, and that's the thing, is that you have now officially become the first person to choose an item, and that is what you've chosen.
I've chosen the genie.
Pikachu, I choose you.
I'll take that. I'm fine with that.
You could also maybe hang on to the genie. I have some conversations about the wonderful place he lives in, and
well, I
him to
plan
give
to
you a
sit
wish
down with the
later.
genie and ask about that, and also ask about the particular rules of his wishing.
He says he can grant you wishes. You don't know what kind of genie this is, if it's a powerful enough one to do such a thing.
I asked him when we first met him, and he said that he could if we freed him.
He said he might.
Yeah. I plan to ask him a bit more directly now that he belongs to us, if he can actually do that. You know?
Okay, so at this point, do you want to go talk to Alaro and begin deciding how to select items?
I believe so. I imagine we figured out we found everything, right?
I think there is one more trapdoor. Does someone want to try dispelling it?
Where is that trapdoor?
That one that has a glyph of warning on it.
It's another door to the...
It's to say that we did a good
payroll
job
room.
of dispelling all the traps, so...
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Well,
If
Solas
someone-
can do it once
Well,
Solas has recovered his spells.
I've got another dispel.
Well, at this point, I think that you'd have, you'd do some discussion. Solas would come up, and he'd be done memorizing spells. So Finn and Solas, it'd basically be down to you two, I think.
Yeah,
I can. Mine.
I can try dispelling it. I haven't used any spells yet.
All right. So you want to go first?
Yeah, I will try first.
Okay. All right. That will be good enough to dispel that.
Oh, the wizard was 13th level, or one of them was.
Okay.
Neat.
So, let me go ahead and get some notes ready. So, Solas, do you have another comprehend languages available?
Yeah,
Leva
I
has
have.
one.
Okay.
Leva has one.
As long as you have one, then we'll say Solas casts it, just because I don't want to deal with a chance for a wild search right now. So this will allow you to read labels on potions that the captain, the crew who were killed and surrendered had. So I'm going to I'll have a handout, and you guys can, and I'm going to give it to you in a minute once I get some information transferred over. But I will read it off as we go. The captain had a set of armor that's called Lorica Segmentata. It's a Roman armor, and it's functionally armor class 5 banded armor.
Oh, nice.
He had a shield, and you guys have determined that this stuff is magical, so I'm telling you the stuff that is magical and things of that nature.
Is it a tower shield?
So he had a curved medium shield decorated with the symbol of the double-headed crow symbol of the Talangran Empire on a field of red.
Is Talangran just basically Rome?
I kind of modeled it as like a mixture of Rome, medieval Spanish, and Visigoth. But yeah, so there is a lot of because I mean they're an empire, so they've got that aspect, and they're very, very old. So the idea is kind of like if Rome continued, but only in Spain, culture-wise. So a mixture of Visigothic and Spain, but also still some legacy Roman stuff. That's kind of how I handled it. He had a mithril longsword with a steel hilt and a pommel in the shape of an elf, open-mouthed as if screaming, with a ruby sunken within the mouth.
Lafdul doesn't like that.
Yeah.
I'm scouring out that as I look at that.
Shocking that you didn't like that. A brass ring set with a Cabicon carnelian stone. A single sheet of parchment within a wooden scroll tube. Oops, I messed something up here. Give me a second. A glass vial with a swirled liquid of browns, reds, and yellows, labeled in Talangran, Strength of a Giant. A glass flask with a muddy, filmy liquid inside, labeled in Talangran, Slow Time. A glass flask filled with a gray sludge-like liquid, labeled in Talangran, Wound Closure. A glass flask filled with a bright red liquid with suspended flakes, labeled in Talangran, Wound Closure. So let me go ahead and get this stuff in here. And go ahead and show this to players. There we go. Okay, so you should be able to see that now. There's a handout ship treasure.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to be moving the stuff that you've picked up from the hidden side to your side. The ship's first mate is the one who's been promoted to captain, and so you're not getting his stuff. He is keeping his stuff. But the second mate had a steel saber with a gold hilt guard in the shape of a centipede, with the eyes made from faceted jetstones. An older suit of mail with a leather skirt armor. That will be armor class 6. A copper ring decorated with an oblong malachite stone carved in the shape of a bear. A glass flask filled with a translucent amber liquid labeled in Talongran healing potion. Glass flask filled with a dark brown frothy liquid labeled in Talongran wakefulness potion. A glass flask filled with a chilly sludgy blue liquid labeled in Talongran flame resistance. A glass vial with a dull gray metallic liquid labeled in Talongran armoring potion. A glass flask filled with an off-white foamy liquid labeled in Talongran levitation, and a glass flask filled with a grayish-green liquid labeled in Talongran with control potion. So that is what the second officer had, the second mate. Then the quartermaster, he had on him a steel saber with a gold basket hilt in the form of a billowing sail. An older suit of mail with leather skirt armor, just like the second mate. So again, armor class 6. A black iron ring threaded through with silver and set with a small faceted diamond. A glass flask with a bright orange liquid labeled in Talongran flame resistance. A glass flask with a clear liquid containing sparkling particles labeled in Talongran slow time. Get that into the thing. Give me just a second. All right. Then you were able to get the items from the ship's mage. He had an elegantly carved black pine rod banded with iron and set with faceted jetstones at the tip. A set of brass arm guards decorated with incised ravens. A silver ring set with a polished tiger eye in the center. An electrum ring with a faceted topaz stone. A thin shaft of cypress wood fitted with natural rainbow tourmaline on the end. A thin shaft of ginkgo wood set with a polished amber stone. A small ceramic container with a lid filled with a white cream, and 2 spell scrolls. So some of these things, like if you want to cast Read Magic, then you can do so for those spell scrolls.
I have few Read Magics.
You'll have to do that like kind of at the time of deciding and stuff like that. The ship's priest had an oak-hafted spear with a bronze leaf-shaped spearhead. A suit of boiled leather armor and skirt with brass rivets decorated with goose heads. A round medium shield decorated with the face of a Medusa on a purple field. A gold ring set with 3 small polished amber stones. A deep purple, almost black cloak with a silver chain clasp. A small leather pouch embroidered along the edges with images of dragon's teeth. A small inch-long figure of a fly made of ebony. 2 spell scrolls. A glass flask with a deep red cold liquid inside labeled in Talongran fire resistance. And a glass flask with an opaque yellow liquid labeled Talongran slow time. those in there now. There we go. So you guys do have access to that, to look at that list as it's updating and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay.
Is boiled leather armor a different armor class for me?
No, that's just pretty standard leather armor.
All right.
And we don't know which of these things is magic, and if some of those detect magic.
All of this is magical. You've already
Sorry.
pulled out. That's fine. You've already pulled out the stuff that's magic.
The items of value.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the combat mage had a smooth ebony staff with silver bands, a set of leather armbands set with polished turquoise stones, a thin driftwood wand bound with black steel bands, 2 spell scrolls, a sealed glass flask with a dark brown liquid labeled Talongran Flaming, a glass flask filled with a pearlescent liquid labeled Talongran Mind Reading, a glass flask with a cloudy green liquid labeled in Talongran Cloud Form, and a glass flask filled with a thick silvery liquid labeled in Talongran Gaze Protection. So those are the things that were on the enemy crew itself.
Mm-hmm.
So would we put all of that stuff together? Because if we do, then Leva would cast Detect Invisibility and check for whether she can actually read anything or see anything on any of those items.
So if you cast Detect Invisibility, you'd have to actually manually check the individual items.
Yeah, she could do that. As long as they're all in one room, so she wouldn't have to walk through the whole ship.
This is like your preparation for actually deciding who gets what. Now, from the ship itself, and we're going to handle the money separately as well. But from the ship itself, you did determine that there was a magical lathe. Do you want to put a claim on that? Do you want to put that into the loot, the list of things that you potentially want?
Potentially.
I think Braxon would like it.
Yeah, it's useful to have because that's not something that's just one party member. That's a whole group thing that could be useful.
Okay. All right, so that will be in the list now.
If only it could be put over like across rather than scrolling.
Yeah,
on
I
the left.
don't have a whole lot of ways to handle that, unfortunately.
It's still good though.
I think it works. I just had to zoom in a little bit to read it.
Let's see. So we'll handle the like the non-magical stuff separately as well.
As much smoke powder as you're willing to trade for. I don't know.
No, I think we made a deal to get a little bit for the gift,
Yeah,
and then he's taking some of the gift, which means he might as well keep that smoke powder because he's going to pay them anyway.
I mean, we do have bombards rather than money.
Yeah.
If you want to keep those bombards, yeah.
If we want to keep them, I mean, they have an ongoing cost, smoke powder, and they blow up in the phlogiston.
Yeah, I would. Solas would personally prefer if we want to have those 2 more weapons, we would have other
I'm on
weapons instead
asteroid.
of bombards on them.
I think we could trade the bombards for more treasure, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you can sell the bombards that you picked up. Like, those are yours.
Yeah. I figured we were going to sell them anyway, since we can't even use them in the Quadistan.
Well, we could put them on our asteroid eventually, because that's going to need defenses.
You could do that, yeah.
Yeah, but
we could.
Bombards, we could, but again, bombards have a higher running cost and shorter range.
Yeah.
I mean, just make them internal defenses rather than external.
Lure them in. Cannon!
Okay, so, the other things are... Oops. I forgot to pull something out.
Gank shot. That's like Stinking Cloud.
Yeah, so there's some ammo as well, and you would only get half of that. If you want Helm Seekers, you will only get 2 of them. If you want Skunk Shot and Termite Shot, you will only get 1 or 2, depending on what you decide to do. Like, and you can choose not to take them at all. Like, again, this is how it's going to go. So what I do want to do, do you guys feel ready to decide now, or do you want to wait until like next time?
What kind of shot is Termite Shot?
It's something that basically eats through wood. And Skunk Shot, yeah, it does create a disgusting smelling cloud on an enemy vessel.
Do we get detect magic information for the rings and such?
There's just too many items. It's just creating too much confusing stuff.
Okay, so if we want to have magic rings, it's basically hoping for the best that it's something that is useful.
Yeah. And the way we're going to do it is Ockar has already chosen his items, so he's essentially number 1. I will have everyone else roll a d6, and any... and basically it's going to be like in order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But interspersed in between each of those, Alaro gets a pick as well, because he's going to be also distributing these to his new officers and stuff like that. If you want time to think about this, we can do it next week, and we can handle the money now instead.
I'm fine with the items, generally speaking.
Yeah.
I don't know about anyone else. There's only like a couple of items I'm actually interested in anyway, so...
Same.
Yeah.
The only other thing I'd want is the captain's armor myself, item-wise, other than the genie.
But you picked the genie first, so...
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of people to pick before you again.
I know. And I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with choosing items now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, technically, you can take items for other people, but you'd have to make that bargain, you know.
And yeah, like, I mean, because when your turn comes up, you pick an item. If you've already gotten through all the stuff that you actually want, then you can pick something and either trade it or give it to someone else.
Yeah, I got you. I know.
Is that one book? Is that one book where there were those swirlies as a?
Oh, yep. I need to get that on there. Sorry, let me get that on there. I did forget to get that on there. Just a second.
Oh, I'm looking at these things, trying to work out what I want.
Big burly Braxon captain, you know, what's the most weirdest thing? Oh, look, the carpentry tool.
Yeah, Braxon will probably ask for the carpentry tool first. But there's also that longsword with an elf on it.
Yeah, Lafdul's going to mention that sword. That sword did something to me because I'm an elf.
It did?
Yeah, it tried to... I don't know what it was. It tried to wrap around my heart, and no matter what I did, that sword always seems to find its way to me. There's something evil about that sword. I don't know. It's a bit odd for me to say. It's just... Try holding that sword, Braxon. I hope you don't attack me. But that captain went almost berserk after me, and he couldn't see me. He just knew where I was.
Are we allowed to try things? We are.
I mean, you can pick it up. You can pick up an item and handle it. You can't like try it. Like try to use a spell from a wand or something like that.
Yeah, Braxon will pick up the sword with the elf head on it.
Okay. All right.
It makes
see if it's cursed.
Makes him
berserk versus elves.
let's see. That is going to... so you pick it up, and there is an intense, shocking pain up your arm for 13 points of damage, Braxon, causing you to drop it.
From what?
I'm
From
guessing that's the kind
evil
of
sword.
weapon that you can only use if you're of the correct alignment and species.
I'm going to cast Detect Evil. Seeing that.
Yeah, that's evil.
Yeah.
Anything else evil?
Let me see.
Braxon will say ow.
No, I don't think so.
And
Yeah.
So what was that?
That was the
The
mythical
elf sword.
sword.
Uh,
Yes. The elf
it's-
slaying sword.
Do you wanna discuss it with Alaro and say we think this should be destroyed or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Solas would be
Lafdul would
suggesting
definitely
that.
mention that.
Okay. He will agree to that, and so that will come out of the list.
I don't know if it's possible to disenchant such an evil weapon or remove.
You would need something like Mordekaiser's disjunction.
Just wonder if it's ever it's more like a personal quest thing, turn an evil sword into a good sword.
Generally not an easy thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the fly for some reason.
All right, so
You've got an owl.
do you guys wanna do this now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine.
So Ockar is going to be number 1. Let me make that note.
I played the genie.
All right, so
Blame the genies.
let's see,
played the genie's,
Braxon,
like,
roll a
water
d6, please.
Roll a d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can use rerolls here if you want.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's 'cause-
not going to use a reroll.
I understand. I'm just saying, pointing it out. All right,
But
so
thanks.
Braxton's going to be 2.
It's higher or lower sooner or later?
Lower is sooner because Ockar is number 1. Finn, can you give me a d6, please? All right, reroll. All right, 5. Okay,
It's gonna be a lot of
Lafdul.
people. Not rerolling.
Okay, 3. Leva. 6. And that puts Solas at 4. Okay. All right, let me, let's see. Okay, I will go ahead and be prepared to do editing. So Ockar has gone. So Braxon, you are, actually, Alaro gets to choose something.
Yeah.
And he is going to take, let's see, was there, I think only the captain had a longsword.
Isn't that
Yes.
the evil sword?
Yeah, that was the evil one. So Alaro
Was
is
the
more skilled
axe.
with a longsword than a saber. So I'm just thinking about what he might want.
There's another sword, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a pair of
Sabers.
sabers, and I'm trying to think if he would want that first or not.
Does he use a spear?
He does not,
Alright.
but he will take the captain's shield.
The captain's what?
Shield.
Oh yeah, it's
the
got
shield was muted.
Yeah, the shield looks like it's got the icon of the Talongrad Emperor. Was that his symbol or not? The old one?
It's not
I
his
think-
symbol. It is the symbol
Sister.
of the Empire.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense that the Emperor would want.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
Braxon.
that should stay with him anyway. Right, Braxton's gonna ask for the wood spinning machine,
The lathe.
the lathe. Sorry.
Okay, so Alaro is going to take. He is going to acknowledge that Ockar, you want the captain's armor. You've kind of indicated.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is not going to take that. He's going to respect your desire, and he will take the first mate's armor. Not the first mate, the second mate's. Sorry.
Second mate.
Yep. Do-do.
Once we divvied this up, you tell us out of game what the items were, or?
I don't know, maybe.
Ah.
All right, Lafdul.
I am interested in the cape. The deep purple, almost black cloak with a silver chain clasp. Since I have so many rings. And
From the ship's
Priest.
Ship's Priest.
Yeah.
Do-do.
Oh, the quartermaster
Yep.
had a saber.
Yeah. Okay. So Lafdul takes that. Solas, what are you interested in?
Isn't it Alaro's turn?
Oh, yep. Thank you.
Let's be honest.
Yep. All right. So he is going to take the potion from the captain that it says Strength of a Giant.
I wonder if you got hair in it like one of my giant potions did.
No, it does not. Okay. So now it's Solas's turn.
Let's be honest, there's only one thing that Solas would immediately go for, and it's the large book with brass covers incised with circles and swirls.
Book of Doom.
Okay.
I do have Detect Good. I also cast Detect Good.
It's
Just-
a cookbook that tells you
Just to
how to
see
make
if
Swiss rolls.
anything radiates
You
good.
are not detecting anything like that.
I checked that the spells work and I look at Ockar. Yeah, I assume a paladin would radiate good.
Yes, he would.
Alright.
Oops.
Do remember that Detect Good and Detect Evil only works if they are strongly radiating those things.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I was like, a paladin would.
I literally have an aura of
you
good.
would have to have
Yeah.
you would have to have no alignment for it if you want to really find out the alignment.
No, I just want to know if that book was good. That's why I cast Detect
okay,
Good as you
can
were
we-
picking it up.
Can we move on?
Yeah.
All right. The Alaro is going to take. Let's see. He's going to take the scroll that the captain had, because if the captain, as a warrior, had a scroll, he figures that he will be able to use that. Okay.
Cool.
So Finn.
Solas offers to identify the scroll for Alaro at some point.
Okay, so Finn is interested in the small leather pouch embroidered along the edges with images of dragon's teeth.
Okay, from the ship's priest.
Yep.
It does help if you mention who had it, so that I can make a
Why?
note.
You don't have everything memorized?
No, I know, it's weird. It's weird. Okay. So that is Finn. Next up is Alaro again. Alaro will take. Let's see. This time he'll take the second mate's saber.
Oh, the steel saber.
Yeah.
for the centipede.
Okay. Leva.
Leva will take the thin driftwood wand bound with black steel bands by the combat mage. From
Okay.
the combat mage. Every time you edit the file, the selection goes away.
Okay,
You
do you want me
can't
to?
change it. It's okay. It's
Yeah,
just a
there's not
grumble.
I have to keep hitting the edit and everything like that. I can't edit it in real time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I can just like periodically save it rather than do it.
Nah, it's okay.
No.
It's better this way, so we know.
Okay. So I will have I'll at least have Alaro choose after that. He will take the mind reading potion from the combat mage. That sounds pretty good for him. Okay. And then it's going to be Leva, your turn again.
Oh?
Yep.
In that case, she takes one of the spell books. And she takes one of the spell books from the ship mage's quarters. You say you're writing down spell books. With
Right. All right.
S.
So then, do you want me to?
How many?
I'm okay with that being one batch.
I'll take them all.
Okay.
Well, the other wizards go for the spells.
All right.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
So Alaro will take the potion labeled fire resistance from the ship's priest. Oh, you know what? I'm just realizing that I'm hitting the wrong strike through on the wrong section. No wonder. It is not striking through all of the things that I am doing. Okay. So Finn.
Finn will take the copper ring decorated with an oblong malachite stone carved in the shape of a bear from the second mate.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay.
Could be good.
Finn likes bears.
Yeah, I figured he would, being a druid.
All right. So Alaro will take the control potion from the second mate. All right, and go ahead and save that. And Solas.
I will take from the combat mage a set of leather armbands set with polished turquoise stones.
From the combat mage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Oops, don't want to do that. Let's see. Then Alaro will take the...
Did I get another turn?
You will, and then you'll get a double turn. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Backwards and forwards.
Yeah, it's backwards and forwards to try to even out
Gotcha.
what you get.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Alaro will take the gold ring with 3 small polished amber stones from the ship's priest. Okay, and then let's see. Lafdul.
Well, I am interested in the fly statue. I'm going to take the 2 priest spell scrolls.
Okay. All right, and then Alaro will take the He's going to take one of these wands for the helmsman's. So he'll take the thin shaft of cypress wood fitted with a natural rainbow tourmaline on the end from the ship's mage.
Is it updating?
It takes me a moment to do so.
Alright.
So, Braxon, you're next.
I think Braxton's going to go for that flyer now.
Okay. That is under
See
the
what that is. Be
ship's
interesting.
mage, the ship's priest. Okay. So, Braxon takes that.
Braxton's wondering if it turns into like a 6-foot flyer that he can fly around on. But he'll
What
find out
turns you
later.
into a fly?
Maybe. Who knows?
Alaro
figured
is
that
going to
could be
take
useful.
the small ceramic container with lid filled with a white cream from the ship's mage. Okay. Ockar, your turn.
Captain's armor.
Okay.
Also, isn't bandit armor AC 4?
This is an older style of bandit armor, so it's actually AC 5.
Okay. There's
Does
enough.
it have... No, I can ask you later anyway.
I'm sorry?
I was thinking about what combat against slashing, piercing it has, if it has
It acts as bandit armor for that,
Alright.
but it's AC 5. Alaro will take the older suit of mail with leather skirt armor from the quartermaster. And Ockar, you get another choice.
Yeah, I'll take the potion, the glass flask filled with graceless like liquid, labeled in Telegram wound closure.
From the captain, yeah.
And the captain.
Okay. Alaro will take that other wound closure potion. And Braxon.
Braxton's going to take the ship's mage's ring for one of our spellcasters, NPTs. The electrum ring with a faceted topaz stone.
Okay.
Oh, well, you check what it is first.
Right.
How much does bandit armor weigh?
I'll give you that afterwards. Alaro will take the ship's mage's rod.
He had another ring. I don't know.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
See what
Okay,
it's-
next up it is Lafdul again.
I will take the I'm just deciding between two items.
Well, when in doubt, you can always roll a die.
True.
Leave it up to your god.
Alright, sure, I'll do that. Odds it's the top item, even it's the bottom.
Alright.
I'll just do a d6.
Alright, odds.
It's the top one, the brass armor guards decorated in sized ravens.
Off
On the
of
ship
the
mage.
ship's mage. Alright.
It was either that or the silver ring. I wasn't sure which one I wanted. I got so many rings though, so.
Right, and remember, I mean, like, some of this you can either trade to other members of the party, or
Yeah.
you can actually just trade it for other items from the...
Sometimes it is
Like in
useful
towns.
for me to have like armed guards of defense. Like, you know, I don't have to wear my armor and still keep my thieving score. So
Alaro is going to take the leather armor from the ship's priest. Get that marked off. Okay, next up we're looking at Solas.
I'm taking the combat mage's spell book for our library.
Okay.
for the library.
Mhm.
Such a
Alright.
commanding presence from Solas.
Alaro will take the combat mage's staff. All right. I get that marked. And Finn?
Finn from the captain will take a glass flask with muddy, filmy liquid inside, labeled in Telegram, slow time.
Okay.
Good choice.
I wonder if that's a haste one.
Probably is.
Alaro will take
preservation.
the captain's ring. So Leva.
Leo will take a silver ring set with polished tiger eye in the center from the ship's mage.
Okay.
And she's next again, isn't she?
After Alaro.
Okay.
So give me just a second. All right. Alaro will take the spear, and I'll wait until you've chosen to reload. What is the next item you want?
A thin shaft of ginkgo wood with set with a polished amber stone. Again from the ship's mage.
Yep. Okay, and then Alaro will take the ship's priest's shield. Okay, we are back to Finn again.
So Finn will, from the ship's priest, take the glass flask with opaque yellow liquid, labeled in Telegram, slow time.
Okay, let's see, that is right there. All right. Okay, then Alaro will take the quartermaster's saber. All right, and Solas.
I will take the spell scrolls from combat mage.
Okay, combat mage, spell scrolls. All right, Alaro will take the. Let's see. He would like. He'll take the flame resistance potion from the quartermaster. And then we are at Lafdul again.
Me again.
Yep.
Is that updated? The thing?
Yeah, I just updated it.
Sure, I'll take the quartermaster's black iron ring.
Okay.
If it's still up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at stuff going, what's left?
Yeah, that happens.
I may not necessarily keep it for myself. I might just give it to a party member, or trade or something.
So Alaro will take the potion labeled levitation off of the second mate. And we are at you, Braxon.
Did you say we would just split the ammo?
Yeah, so if you choose any of the ammo, you'll split it. If you don't choose the ammo, then Alaro, like if Alaro chooses it, he'll get all the ammo. If you choose it, then you'll split it. If that makes sense.
Are these things for? Is this ammo for?
Oh, yeah. So
bombards?
the Helm Seekers are for medium ballista, and the shot can be used in either catapults or bombards.
I'm trying to remember what size of.
You have medium ballista.
So we could use. I'd like half the Helm Seekers in.
Okay. Okay. So then, oops. Alaro will choose the he'll take the flask labeled flaming from the combat mage.
I'm glad Braxon didn't take that.
he's had bad moments with flaming items.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
He's got a sword with a flame
No.
in.
You've
No,
lit
yeah,
yourself on fire like 2 or 3 times.
Okay, Ockar.
Right. I want to take from the combat mage, a glass flask with a cloudy green liquid labeled cloud form.
Okay.
Oh no, it's gaseous form.
Let's see. Alaro will take the termite shot. He'll take all of that. All right. Ockar, you get a second choice.
From the second mate, I will take the flame resistance potion.
Okay. Then not Ockaro, just Ockar. Alaro will take the armoring potion right below that. All right, Braxon.
Braxton's probably going to go for what size is the skunk shot? Can we use it?
Yes, it can be used in any catapult.
Okay,
Or
we'll
bombard.
Braxton will go for some of the skunk shot then.
Okay, you'll get 2 of that since Alaro took the termite shot.
Okay.
Ockar, what happens when Alaro and Ockar do the fusion to hits?
Yeah, exactly. Alaro will take. He'll take the Quartermaster's slow time potion. All right, Lafdul.
2 potions, healing and wakefulness. I'm just seeing what else there is. Not much else actually.
Yeah, we're running out.
In fact, Desire just does 2 items, pretty much.
Captain is.
Ship's
Yeah.
Mage has spell scrolls.
Oh, I'll take the spell scrolls. Ship's Mage.
Okay.
I mean, I might just give them to you, you know. Those are the
No, I
potions or
had
the
marked
spell
them. I had marked them for myself. Go ahead, take them.
I mean,
That's
can
how
read
it
the
works.
spell
That's how it works.
yeah.
Alaro will take the wakefulness potion. So now we're at Solas.
I think that just leaves a healing potion.
Yeah, is there
might.
anything else left?
It might. Let's see.
There's a few things.
There's a healing potion I see, and
I think that healing
Fake.
potion is the final thing left. So
No,
I'll take
gaze
it.
protection.
no. There's a gaze protection as
Ah.
well.
I think you should get the
Well,
gaze protection. It could be useful if we run into a Medusa.
There's some
Yeah,
scrolls as
that's
well.
Incredibly
true, and
niche. Bless Basilisk.
I could
Or
always
not
get
good.
the recipe for the gaze protection. So yeah, I will take the gaze protection.
Okay.
And Leva has the spell, so if necessary.
So
Okay.
that means the last item will go to Alaro, the healing potion.
He got an awful lot more than we did.
Right, because
He's splitting it.
Yeah, he's splitting it between
Yeah,
your
he's-
group and his group, essentially.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically
just the
50-50
voice.
split, but we have to divide this 50 amongst ourselves.
The odds are he was going to take the spell scrolls over the potions, maybe, so that's why I took the scrolls.
All right, so that
Right.
leaves the monetary treasure. And again, that's like you don't have time to evaluate the values on everything.
Does my appraisal help in any of this? Because
So I mean, like you can appraise a couple things. Like you'll have time to like do a quick appraisal of some things.
yeah, if we
But
get the list of the list, then the party can decide. Yeah, that seems like.
I think
can
we're
appraise that.
using supermarket sweep rules.
I miss that show.
Well,
So-
we're
Inflatable
obviously
banana.
we're obviously dividing the coinage in half.
well,
Doubt that.
Alaro will give you a couple choices. You can either do the same thing that you just did with like the gems and jewelry and divide all the money in half, or you can he'll offer you the alternate of he takes all of the coinage and you take all of the gems and jewelry.
I say we take all the gems and jewelry, even though because we can always upsell that if we get lucky.
Yeah, let's take the gamble.
Okay.
He needs the money
Uh,
for the war.
Interjection. A
Uh-huh.
question to our quartermaster. Can we afford to just forego all of the money?
While we're selling it.
If you're worried about the company fund, we're doing fine right now.
Yeah, I was worried about the company fund,
Yeah, we're
but also about our private funds, because not all of us can do so much with gems.
No, we sell it, then we split it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
currently
the
have-
We're
the
not
thing is
claiming
like
individually.
you may get more money out of it
It just
overall,
takes longer.
but it's
Mhm.
not liquid.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
is that the
No, if-
what you want to do?
If Finn says it's okay, we have enough to pay all the crew and everything, then yes, I'm fine.
Old, by the way, just a side note.
Mhm.
Since we are coming close to the end time, Solas would have been casting Raise Dead, one Raise Dead every day he could to raise
Let's handle that next time then.
those mercs on our side.
Yeah, well, let's handle that next time. All right, so you guys are gonna take the gems and jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Do we all
please.
do those statues and such?
Yeah, the statues will count as gems and jewelry.
Okay.
Gems, jewelry, and art objects kind of thing.
Mhm.
That will also
Nice.
get you the captain's like his medals and his ceremonial armor and helmet and stuff like that.
The fancy
But
clothing and
won't
weaponry.
it won't include things like furniture and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
It's a
Um,
shame because I quite
those-
like the painting. I was in one of the rooms.
finally, one last thing. He's suggesting that you guys take the Elven books on magic, and he keeps the Talongrand ones.
Works
That's
for
fair.
me.
Okay.
Generally, yeah, but it's up to the other two.
Yeah, generally, yeah, but Solas would at least want to have a brief idea what the Talangran books are about.
Yes.
All this thing does is that none of them are particularly special. It's just a case of it adds like X amount to your library, and without days of study, you wouldn't know how much those Talongrand books added to your library.
Just take the deal.
Yeah, it should reduce our cost when we upgrade, maybe.
Okay.
'Cause
And
we do
it's
have to
also a
upgrade
question of how
this-
much do you want to try to nickel and dime it to
Yeah.
potentially get a better deal when you don't even know whether you're losing out. Like, you might even be making out better this way. Just like the gems and
Yeah.
jewelry. You might be making out
It's,
better.
Yeah.
It's not really about the monetary value. It's more about basically Solas just being wanting to have knowledge about what those books are about.
Well, if
Yeah,
you want
curiosity.
If you
no,
wanna offer
wanting
to-
wanting
wanna-
to see and read what's in those books.
if
I'm
you
not
want to
saying that
offer to
Solas-
tell him what's in the books, but the bottom line is he's got a war to fight, and we need to get home.
I'm not saying that. again, I don't need to have the whole book told to me. Solas wants to know what those books are about, since generally
Yeah,
research
if
book is
you
about
if you
specific
I
cast
stuff.
like
agree.
a comprehend languages and look at the like the titles, the first page kind of thing,
Glossary,
they're
index, or
they're
something.
standard magic books, books on magical theory and related topics like you'd find anywhere else.
Okay.
They're not necessarily the same books that you'd find anywhere else, but they're equivalent. They have equivalent information. None of these are particularly special books, even the Elven ones.
They
Okay.
did. I was gonna say they did have a wizard that liked summoning spells.
Yeah, but they're still pretty
Standard.
standard stuff. All right, so we are going to wrap it up here. We'll come back next time. I'll get you the lists of the items and stuff like that, and I will cut down the list of stuff that you got, so that then you can start going through them and getting identification as you are traveling and stuff like that. And I'll send that to you guys for next session.
XP.
Yep, that is going to be.
This
Let's
is conclusion.
see. Yes, this is going to be the conclusion. So,
Sorry, unless I get like 80,000, I'm not going off level.
no, and it's not going to be that.
I need a ton. Yeah.
Actually, I only need
Eva just
40,000.
leveled.
But let's see. That is
My
going to
priest
be.
does level just before my thief.
There only needs another
No, it doesn't.
356,000.
Oh, I read mine wrong. My thief's actually going up a lot quicker.
I need to reach like 1,200,000 to get my next level. That's gonna be a long time.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
If you get the wisdom, are you going to dual class at 13 or 14? You
Oh,
get
wait,
the
no,
attack bonus at 13.
13
I
gives
know,
you.
no.
13
Wait,
gives
no, I
you.
was like at level 12. I level up at level 900. I'm only like 80,000 away from that.
What level are you? 11.
I'm level 10.
Oh. What a while away yet.
All right,
I'm
so
almost, I just need another 80,000.
XP wise, Braxon, Solas, and Leva. That is going to be 15,000.
Ooh.
Nice.
Finn, what level is Nap?
Second level.
Okay, so 15,100. And Lafdul, 15,500. And actually, Ockar, what level? I mean, not Ockar. Finn, what level is Unfailing Premonition?
Unfailing is third.
Okay, so another 150 as well.
Do I get 1 trap's worth of XP for my thief?
I kind of lumped it in with multiple
Alright.
stuff.
How much did I get?
And Ockar, you get 16,500.
Ooh. I wonder what gave me the bonus.
Making a deal with the genie, essentially.
And now I have a genie. Or we have a genie. But I guess it's in my inventory.
That you will need to think about what you want to do with him, because you did kind of indicate that you'd be freeing him. So
Look,
I'm just saying.
I need you to give me the rules for this genie.
I'm just saying.
It's a role-playing session.
Yeah, we can discuss some of the details in a moment if you want, after we close it out.
You like
or
contracts?
can
Yeah.
do it next time or something. But I want to thank you guys for playing. We will be back next week, and we'll see what you guys do with that genie. And I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank everyone out there for watching. We shall see you next time in a new
Thanks
year.
for the game.
We'll see you next year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Thanks for the game.
See you then, everyone.